Israel has launched fresh airstrikes on the besieged Gaza Strip in the latest round of tit-for-tat violence in the occupied territories. The airstrikes hit the southern city of Rafah near the Egyptian border, injuring several Palestinians there. Earlier in the day, rocket fire from the coastal territory struck two major cities of Ashkelon and Ashdod in southern Israel. The shelling set off sirens and sent Israelis scrambling for cover. The escalation began on Tuesday when an Israeli airstrike killed 3 Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. The incident then sparked a series of retaliatory attacks between the two sides, with a barrage of rockets fired by Palestinians followed by Israeli airstrikes, hitting dozens of targets across Gaza. The Israeli foreign minister has called for the full reoccupation of Gaza in the wake of the violence. We're now joined by our correspondent Ashraf Shannon, who's with us via satellite from Gaza to update us on this recent Israeli aggression on the Gaza Strip. Ashraf?
Yes, but around 13:30 GMT, the Israeli Air Force carried out 3 airstrikes on the southern Gaza Strip town of Rafah, hitting 2 Islamic Jihad sites and 1 Hamas site. The Palestinian Ministry of Health said that 3 people sustained minor injuries because of the recent Israeli airstrikes. Now the escalation is still there. We have still heavy tensions in Gaza. All of people bracing themselves for a possible war. Although there are some statements by the Islamic Jihad that there might be some sort of fastening of the truce, or going back to the truce agreement that was brokered by Egypt back in 2012 between the Palestinian factions and Israel to end this current situation. But no official confirmation has been made yet by either side.
Ashraf, as you mentioned, there are rising fears that Israel is gearing up for another massive onslaught on the impoverished territory. Given the fact that Gazans are already living under harsh humanitarian conditions, how difficult does it make life for the people in Gaza with this constant threat of a military aggression by Israel looming on their lives?
But the people of the Gaza Strip are really traumatized by the last 2 wars, of the one at the turn of 2009, which claimed at least 1,400 lives, and the one in 2012 claimed at least 130 Palestinian lives. So there is this constant fear among Gaza's population of nearly 1.8 million of the possibility of a flare-up of another major Israeli escalation against this tiny unblockaded coastal strip. Gaza has been under Israeli blockade since 2007, and the Egyptian military is not making it easier for the Palestinians in Gaza with a crackdown on tunnels and almost continued closure of the Rafah crossing, Gaza's only passageway bypassing Israel. So a lot of humanitarian organizations in Gaza are also calling for the international community to step in and end the suffering in Gaza.
And also, one last question before we leave you, Ashraf. Where does this leave the ceasefire following the 2012 war that was brokered by the Egyptians?
By the ceasefire has been violated by the Israeli regime at least 1,400 times. This is according to the Palestinian factions, according to international humanitarian workers monitoring the situation in Gaza, and according to human rights organizations, both local and international. So almost on a daily basis, Israel has violated the ceasefire agreement, and there's the day that goes by that Israel doesn't attack the Gaza Strip, whether they attack fishermen, they attack farmers. Now, basically what Palestinians want is an immediate end of hostilities, and they also want Tel Aviv to abide by the agreement that was signed in November of 2012 that ended Israel's 8-day war in Gaza.
Thank you very much, Ashraf. Press TV's Ashraf Shannon joining us from Gaza.